Okay, here we go. All right. So, what I wanted to talk to you about is the astrology. I mean, wow. We have so many squares and oppositions right now. So, we have the sun in opposition to the moon today. And that's really about just trying to integrate your shadow and your light, right? So, really kind of like getting your higher self and your human self on the same page. And it's a challenge today. Um, so we have the sun squaring Uranus. This is about conflicts in moving forward in your own specific way versus the demands of society, right? And the way we're supposed to, do stuff. Um, it's saying that today the radical approach works better than the conservative one. So just keep that in mind. Um, the moon opposite Mercury, there's conflict between emotions and logic. Your mind goes one way and your feelings are a whole nother way. There's emotional awareness ruling over rational decisions, right? So, moon square Uranus, conflict between emotions and insight. There could be a sudden turn of events that seems traumatic at the moment, but it allows you to see further into the situation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read tarot on each one of these things. You know what I mean? So let's just go one at a time. This first one, integrating your dark and your light. Let's look and see what that's going to look like today. And what could we do to move with that energy in a way that's not so debilitating, right? I feel like the squares and the oppositions in the sky make us really feel squeezed. Did you watch that? I did a reading the other day about being squeezed into a diamond. That is exactly what is happening with all these squares. And what I mean by squeeze is it's kind of like coal being made into a diamond. Coal is coal, and then something happens in the universe, and it squeezes it, it pressurizes it, heats it, cools it, and then eventually it becomes a diamond, right? Well, all of this stuff, all of these squares, and I wish that I could put it here so you guys could see it or take a snap of it or something. Let me put it up here. That might be in case you guys want to take a snapshot of what's going on in the planets. I know you gotta have to read my writing and then take a picture of it and then make it bigger. But I think it's really important because these are the things that are squeezing us into the diamond, right? And don't forget, that diamond is precious. It's a precious stone. And so are you. You're precious. And this is just part of the evolution of the human experience. Let's see what sun opposing moon is going to look like. This is about integrating body, mind, and soul. And so, Spirit, can you show us in tarot what that's going to look like for us today and how we can handle it? Okay, it's going to be like, oh, what should I do? 7 of Cups. It's going to be like, let's figure something out. Let's learn something new. This is you reaching for your higher self, trying to get that information right. I feel like what's happening is, I feel like we're really learning what our value is on planet Earth, as a collective. That's what she's about. She's about understanding the connection between everything, the tree in her, the grass in her, right? The pentacle in her. And I feel like there's just something here that's going to have to come crashing down to the ground. You know what I mean? Because you've got the Queen of Swords, which is about cutting shit out that doesn't serve you anymore. A tower that's burning to the ground. You know what I mean? There's things in your life that just don't work anymore, and it's time to let them go and transform into something else. And so we have that opportunity right now, today, with the full moon, to actually release whatever it is that's not serving us. You know what I mean? Clarify the tower, spirit. Okay, it's overthinking about somebody who doesn't have value for you, and it's time for this to change. It's time for you to understand your value, take charge of your life, right? I feel like you're cutting out people, places, and things that don't have value for you, and it's a really good time, and I feel like it's a good energy to do it. You have this, the support of the universe, and also like your own self. Like, this is what happens when you integrate. You realize your divinity. You cut out and release all these things. Like the idea that you're not good enough or that your work is not good enough. That's right here. And like the overthinking of it, I feel like that's what's happening here. Like, in order to integrate with your higher self, become this beautiful empress, you really have to like let this shit go. Let it all go. So today you might be a little confused about what you want to let go. You know what I mean? Like, you might, Seven of Cups, like, I need to look back and see what's not serving me anymore. There are people in your life, and I don't know if it's about work or if it's about, well, it could be about anything really at this point, because we're just using the sun and the moon, right? And it's all about trying to integrate with your higher self so that you can feel your divinity. So what's going to happen is you're going to have to be understanding, like, there's certain things that have to go, and I think that's maybe what you're doing today, with the sun opposing the moon. You might be actually looking like, what's stopping me from integrating with my higher self? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? Okay, so the second one we're going to do is the sun square Uranus. Should we put timestamps in case anybody wants to look at it? We'll do it at 8:45. Okay, so the sun is squaring Uranus today. So it's about expressing your individuality, conflicts between moving forward in your own specific way versus the demands of society's thinking, how it's supposed to be, what's acceptable. And it's saying that today the radical approach works better than the conservative approach. Let's see what they're talking about with the sun square Uranus. Let's see what that looks like for us, Spirit. Welcome, welcome. If you're just joining me, I'm doing an astrology reading and tarot, clarifying with tarot. Angels, spirits, and guides, talk to me about this sun square Uranus, expressing our individuality and the things that are keeping us from doing it. Okay, so yeah, there's a Nine of Swords and a Nine of Wands. These are both about realizing something, right? Maybe like almost done, like you've got one. The Nine of Swords is about like being worried about something up all night, and the Nine of Wands is about being guarded and feeling like everything in your life was just a pain in the ass, and you kind of don't want to let anyone in. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to tell anyone how you're feeling, right? So expressing yourself, however you want. This is a good card to like allow that or like express that right now. It's the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is really, it's a fun energy. You know what I mean? It's like going to the next fun adventure, right? Taking charge of your life here. So I feel like, this is you like letting go of this kind of thing, right? So maybe today that's what's going to happen. Like, you're going to let go of this. Tell me, let's clarify these nines. What's happening for everybody with these nines? Maybe you haven't been able to sleep too. I haven't either. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, maybe you're going to do a ritual and let go of this stuff. Maybe you realize it's time for it to end. Like with the Nine of Wands, there's definitely a couple of different ways to look at that card, because you could look at it and feel like you're a victim of circumstance, you're a victim of life, right? That's one way. Or if you would get, like, if you could integrate those two, your higher self and you, I feel like you might understand that, you're the one that planned the thing. And I hope that some kind of information comes in like that, because I see that you're up all night with this energy, right? It's keeping you awake. So tell me, clarify this Nine of Wands, the moon. This is something emotional. So this could be dealing with something else down here, that it's like when a Venus gets involved. You guys wouldn't believe all the stuff that's going on today. I mean, I almost want to stay indoors, but then it keeps talking about like having to like move forward and really express yourself, Clarify the Nine of Wands and the moon. Okay, so there's some kind of truth. I feel like, like you've been hanging on to something, like this victim, like this. There's one thing in your life, one thing that makes you feel like a total victim. And I can see it, and you're hanging on to it. And I think you cry at night about it. And that might be the one thing that needs to go. And it might be something from when you were a little kid. You know what I mean? Because this is telling me like this has to go. And it's keeping you up all night. So whatever that means for you, I mean, I would try and let that go tonight with the full moon. You know what I mean? Like just this little kid stuff, like let me see the, I want to release the nightmare of it and embrace the lesson that it gave me. I want to know the lesson. I want to be able to teach someone. I want to share it in a positive way, right? So I kind of feel like that's maybe what you're working on here. Okay, so let's clarify this Knight of Wands and the Emperor, because this is where you're headed, right? Expressing your individuality unapologetically. That's basically what this is saying. You do what's best for you. You don't care what anybody says about it, right? You're just doing what's best for you. I feel like with all these squares and everything, you guys, I feel like we're going to be struggling today. There is a lot of it going on. Like this is like push and pull and pressure and release. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you're struggling here. But I do feel like there's, a new perspective coming in here. I feel like for some of you, it's really hard to cooperate with other people. But I feel like, you're going through something. I do feel like you're going to get a new perspective, maybe on what other people expect of you or what you expect from yourself. But I do see a new beginning coming here with justice, right? So the Sun square Uranus. And this is your radical approach to it, right? Just charge in there as your own self and take charge of the situation. Today's the day, right? You need to be more radical than conservative. And both these are pretty radical cards, just going for it, going after the next fun thing, not caring what other people think about you. That's definitely Emperor energy. So I kind of feel like, the Sun square Uranus is kind of like bringing out this Emperor and fun energy and unapologetic energy, right? Like, I'm not sorry that I'm me. I kind of like who I am, and hopefully we're all getting to that place, where we're integrating with our higher self. That's what this energy is all about. So the moon opposing Mercury, let's see what that's all about. 1544. This is conflict between emotions and logic. Your mind goes one way, your feelings go another. Emotional awareness rules over rational decision. So your emotional awareness is happening today. There's a conflict, right? But it's your emotions today that are going to be the ones that are the correct way to go, right? The emotional awareness rules over rational with this Mercury opposition the moon. The moon's winning today. The moon is winning today. Okay, so tell me what that's going to look like for the people that are watching my channel. Thank you so much, Spirit, for all this really great information for us. Okay, moon, moon opposition Mercury. Tell me what that looks like. Okay, it means there's a change in your thoughts. You know what I mean? And this could have something to do with your childhood, I feel like, or a child. I feel like there's love here as well. But I feel like there's something, like it's like your emotions are changing the way you're thinking. Wow. Isn't that what it just said? Conflict between emotions and logic. Emotions are winning, right? Of winning over thoughts. Your thoughts are changing. And I feel like there's a child here, so I feel like this could go back a long way. I didn't even touch Chiron today, but don't forget it's still active. Chiron is still up there in Aries, still working on us to get rid of childhood wounds, and this is part of it, right? Conflict between your sad and then your logic, So maybe you're reframing something that happened when you were a child, This is raising your vibe, and I feel like you're also like understanding like, wow, everything does happen for a reason. I think you're figuring out like the benefit that you got from whatever this little kid thing is. I also feel like you're working really good with spirit here, in the love arena. Like I feel like what you're doing is asking spirit to open up your heart here, like open it up in a new way, bigger way, so that it can overrule those thoughts that are telling you whatever they're telling you. Life isn't fair, whatever. Nothing's ever going to work out, right? Well, it can work out. It can work out, and it looks like it's going to. And that's what, wish fulfillment's coming in. A new beginning's coming in. And you're talking to your higher self, getting a new perspective. And the balance is coming in. So, welcome in this energy of the moon opposite Mercury. Because the moon is being so bright right now because it's a super moon, right? It's the blue moon, so it's a miracle moon. And this miracle moon is like ending this overthinking feeling that you had when you were a kid. Your vibe is raising, you're seeing it all differently here. You are. So basically, I feel like so far what it's saying is like, inch by inch we're contacting our higher self is contacting us. Maybe that's the better way to say it, but I do think when I first looked at all the squares this morning, I was like, God, what a bad news. I'm glad I did it this way because I don't think it's bad news, and now I get to not look at it bad. Okay, so next, the moon, again, squaring Uranus. There's a conflict between emotions and insight, right? There could be a sudden turn of events that seems traumatic at the moment, but it allows you to see further into situations. So there's a conflict between your emotions and your insight. So something traumatic happening today, and it's going to make you see further into a situation. So it's something that's, I don't know, new information, maybe about an emperor. Maybe it's about you, somebody healing. Okay. Spirit, clarify moon square Uranus for anybody who's catching this video today or whenever. Okay, new beginning, King of Swords, Three of Wands, the Earth Mother, and the Devil. Conflict between emotions and insight. So Clarify the King of Swords. What does the King of Swords want to say? What is the King of Swords here to say? We know he's truth. We know he's a decision maker. He could be an air sign, right? But he's logical. He's logical. Something, you're logically thinking your way through something. Something you feel like has been a burden. You're changing your energy. Okay, it's this feeling of not being enough. Conflict between emotions and insight. So if you are feeling like your life has been an uphill battle both ways, and like you don't have anything to offer anybody, I feel like that's not the truth. And I feel like that's what's changing here with this Uranus, right? I feel like, what's the devil? Clarify the devil. Okay, so this is the truth about someone, right? Someone that you're hanging on to. Or it could be someone or an activity that happened, right? Seven of Swords, like somebody doing something shady. So this could mean, like, to be honest, it could mean like you have a grudge about something, and you're learning the truth here, right? You have an Emperor and Empress showing themselves to me. I'm not sure what that means. It could be some kind of divine match, right? Or two people in their highest form, right? Doing something together, the Emperor and the Empress. Clarify what the Empress wants to say to my collective. Okay, it's about, here's the shocking moment here, the Uranus thing, right? The Tower, the Two of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and then the Queen of Swords. So it looks to me like you are manifesting something for yourself in the way of love, but I'm not really sure that it worked out, like it came crashing down. And I feel like, there's, really a lot of sadness here, but it had to be done, right? And so remember where it says, like, it seems like a traumatic at the moment. So here's your Tower, here's your knowledge, here's your somebody cutting someone else out or cutting out the way they feel about it, right? Changing the way they feel about this. And then it said, remember, it allows you to see further, and it might seem like it's traumatic at the moment, but it allows you to see further. So that's the Devil card. Like, maybe this is allowing you to see some, like, old fears, old wounds, old ideas, old expectations of yourself, right? I feel like this is shocking, but something has to be leaving from your life. And it's something that, makes you feel like a victim. It's something that keeps you up all night. But the thing is that once this really does happen, and I don't know if it's you doing it or someone else, but the Tower is always spirit. You know what I mean? A Tower comes because spirit says no. No, Empress. You can't hang with the devil. Sometimes I feel like, when I'm looking at the cards, like this Empress is thinking about this Two of Cups, but the fact of the matter is there's something she doesn't see. You know what I mean? She can't see it all for some reason. Even though she's in divine energy, she doesn't get what's going on. I feel like there's truth coming out here, and it's this energy. See, because you're gaining some kind of insight, maybe during all these nines, because that's when we realize stuff, right? So you could be like just coming to the reality of something really big, and it's got to end. Spirit took it away. And it's for a reason. I think it's because, you know, maybe this made you feel some type of way shitty. I see a king and queen of swords here, which could be talking about this two of cups. You know, like, so it could be two air signs or just two very, you know, thought, somebody who thinks deeply is what I feel like. They're digging, they're constantly digging for information, for truth, and not afraid to cut people, places, and things out that don't serve them. And I think that's what's happening here. You know, there's a lot of honesty coming in, and the Empress maybe just finally realizes, like, whoa, this is it. I actually haven't been even being able to see that. So I think you're going to be able to see the cause of something, like why something was removed, maybe. You might not know it right this minute, but you will eventually, is what I feel like. You know, the energy is where the reading is saying. So let's look at Mercury square Venus, 2743. Okay, so Mercury square Venus, an inventive combo that can produce genius quality ideas. But the problem is channeling the ideas correctly. So you're getting a lot of cool ideas today. Mercury square Venus. A lot of good ideas coming in. Genius quality ideas. You know, I was watching a pour paint video the other day, and this gal said that when her creative juices start flowing, she just writes down all the ideas on paper and comes back to them later, because she's right. Those ideas come and they go. So if you don't have time to like put it into action, just write it down so you don't forget, because there's like super cool ideas coming in right now. Genius quality. Well, why wouldn't there be with the super moon, the super blue moon that's coming in here to change our life? Interacting with all the planets, it seems like the sun, the moon, the Uranus, the right, everything. Mercury, Venus, all of it. It's moving every aspect of us. We're having to revamp it. We're having to look at it, change our minds, see the truth about stuff. Okay, tell me about Mercury square Uranus today. What's that going to look like for my friends out there watching? Lovers. Mercury square Venus. The lovers. Four swords. You're thinking about it. You're healing about it. Okay, so you might want to pair up with someone or get back together with someone. You want success with someone. Maybe it's a King of Wands. This definitely is leading out with the lovers, you know. So I feel like some of you are healing up from something. So tell me what the ideas are coming in. That's that King of Wands. Like, he ain't scared. Tell me what that King of Wands is brewing up with that success card. Tell me what this cool idea is coming in for all the people watching this video. Transmuting energy. It's a big message right now. You're transmuting confusion. You're walking away. Holy cow, this is still going on about love. Because you see the truth. You're changing your energy. You're thinking logically. You understand how strong you are here. Okay. Mercury and Venus. Okay, so Mercury is about, like, right, it's the planet of communication. You do have a lot of communication cards here, or a few that are just really, you got the ace, right? Ace of Swords. So this is about communicating, one, either speaking or hearing truth about who you are. About the Strength card, you could have someone coming in that's offering you something here. It looks like it. It looks like it's shocking to you. Bottom of the deck says it's the devil. So, I don't know. We'll just shuffle and we can find a different message than the fucking devil. Tell me what this tower is. Is the tower the offer? Is the tower the offer? The tower is something you don't see coming toward you. Empress energy. And then there's a Seven of Swords. So, wow, I don't know. Mercury square Venus, Uranus. Genius quality ideas. Do you know what I think this is saying? I think that you're really wrapped up in some sort of a love situation. Like your mind is on that. So I don't even know. There's all this other stuff taking place, but you're like over here. You know what I mean? Just over here. And I think, let's clarify that pile. What's the Lovers and the Four of Swords? Okay, it's about love. It's about ending it because you feel like you're not good enough for them. And then there's your fucking cool idea. Do you see why it's hard for you to channel the ideas? That's why. Because there's too much other shit going on in your head. And Spirit is like giving you all these cool ideas. Something that's going to make you successful. Something that's going to change your energy. But instead of like actually doing something with the idea, you're actually you're not engaging. You're worried about this situation. Like, will this person come back? You're more thinking about what is going on in your like 3D truth. And there's genius ideas coming into you. And it's saying the problem is channeling the ideas. So it's telling me like all this stuff is clouding up your mind. And like, here you are. Spirit's giving you the gift that is the music to your soul that's going to change your life. That's going to make you feel divine. That's going to make you successful. That's going to definitely change your energy. And you're not even going to give one fuck about this lover. I promise you're not. But the thing that worries me is that you're not going to do anything with the cool idea that's being handed to you from Spirit. So that's why I wondered what that is, what that meant. Like the problem is channeling the ideas. See, because you're all wrapped up in something else about love, about not feeling good enough. You're feeling like, God, why did they do that to me? Seven of Swords. That's cheating. That's, and here's the moon going like, you didn't even see it. You didn't even see that, So I do feel like, you're trying to make a decision to walk away from someone. But I feel like, what I would just suggest, I know this is really hard, but like maybe just for today, I mean, if this is your story and there's some kind of weird thing going on in a love situation where you're trying to like let it go, I feel like take a break from that and maybe just do some meditating. You know what I mean? Try and get your mind off of that person and in tune with your higher self and all that is. Because like I said, this is a great day for huge cool ideas, but the challenge is actually channeling them because your mind is somewhere else. I wondered why that was like that. Okay, Venus square Mars. This is, now we're getting into the love part. I knew it was going to be. Okay, so Venus square Mars. This says everyone's love is supercharged with desire today. So I feel like since there's a square, be careful. Be careful with overdoing it, you know. And don't forget that Venus is not just about love, it's also about money. So maybe just take a break from buying anything today. Just take the day off. Just put the phone away, no shopping online, just kind of take a break from it. Spirit is saying, like, you're going to feel supercharged with desire from Venus. So you might desire all the beautiful things and order them all, and then a week from now you're going to be like, what the fuck did I just do? So be careful with your spending. Be careful with, like, taking a jump toward anything, right? Because there's a supercharged energy going on here. I think that it's okay about a love situation. I feel like you're thinking about one too. Two of Cups, something like that's got you a little bit, you know, imbalanced. Two of Pentacles, like, which way should I go? Should I? This person has me all kinds of out of balance. So, feel like you're having a big desire toward one specific person. But maybe it's something that you are afraid of, you know, like this could be a new person, it could be an old person, it doesn't matter. But I feel like, you know, you feel imbalanced about a love relationship, right? Yeah, something that already, maybe you're afraid of somebody breaking your heart and walking away. And so you want love, but you're scared of it. So maybe you're just not even entertaining it. Tell me what makes you so off balance here, Two of Pentacles. Like, you don't know if you want to invest anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like there's some of you out there that want a relationship that allows you to grow on your own. Like, you don't become fused with somebody, right? You can still be your own individual self. And I think that's kind of what you want. I feel like the reason that you're out of balance about it is because you're afraid of it breaking down. You know, you are. And then here's the Ace of Wands. So there's a new beginning. There is an option here. And it tells me that there is someone coming in here that will, like, it's the Nine of Pentacles where you're not single. It's the Nine of Pentacles where you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You're making your own money. But you have someone in your life that is also doing the same thing. You separately are individuals and a beautiful couple as well. I feel like that's here. All right. So this Nine of Wands is being clarified by the High Priest, and that tells me that this is a lesson. This Nine of Wands. So this, I feel like this lesson is going from feeling like you're the victim of circumstances, the victim of love, the victim of life, right? And then you turn it around when you realize that it has value. When you realize that you've learned so much from this experience, this life, even the bad shit gave you a lot of knowledge and teachable knowledge, right? Like, you can help other people. This actually elevated you spiritually, this Nine of Wands experience. So you can either stay there and feel like a victim, or you can own it and become the teacher that you probably plan to be. That's what I'm feeling like here with this alignment here. It's about you and you, right? It's about you and what you really want. And I think you have some specific in mind, and I feel like it's got something to do with being able to be your own, you know, authentic self. And sometimes, you know, how we'll meet people, if we're not careful, we meet people who just, they like us, but they want things to change about us, and they subtly want you to change this and that and the other. You know what I mean? So in other words, maybe they're not accepting you for exactly who you are. And I feel like you don't want that. Like, it hurts your feelings. You're like, I can't handle somebody who doesn't just accept me exactly how I am. And if I can't have that, you know, I don't know if I even, want to be in a relationship, right? So I kind of feel like some of you are feeling that way during this square, right? It's the Venus square Mars. Supercharged with desire. But what I'm seeing your desire being like, yeah, you want a relationship. Yeah, you want it to be hot and sexy and all that stuff. But you also want, and I'm not talking about like a throuple or something. I'm not. I'm talking about the freedom to believe, the freedom to explore new ideas, the freedom to be you and not have someone tell you that that's not possible. You're trying to find someone who is totally on the same page as you, and someone who um, um, helps you think bigger, right? Your ideas are make their ideas make you think bigger is what I feel like is what you're after here. Um, let's see. Do you have any more? Anything else for Venus square Mars? Keep working on it. Your wish fulfillment is coming, you know. So I feel like, yeah, you do have a lover here. You have a Two of Cups, and then you have a King and Queen of Swords. So maybe what you're looking at for here is someone who intellectually stimulates you. You know what I mean? Someone who's on the same page. And I think, sometimes when we've been hurt a bunch of times, like you have here, like maybe that's what you learned. You're like, man, every time I get hurt, it's because you're finding a common denominator besides yourself, right? Maybe you're type or something like that. And you're figuring out, like, man, I need somebody that kind of has the same thoughts as me, or, somebody that likes to think, like, well, what about whatever, like, right? Philosophy, or someone that thinks the same way as you about love, or money, or work, or whatever. I do feel like there's something coming in, and I can't help it, but you guys you just have two nines, but they're both realizing. So you're realizing, one, your wish fulfillment, what you truly want in a person here, right? So that's kind of cool. Venus and Mars, you're realizing what's reality, what you really, really want, and what you don't. Um, I think you're understanding like what has been happening, why the tower keeps crashing down, right? It's because you didn't have what you wanted, you know? So you got a new beginning coming. I feel like you're kind of creating it yourself, somebody that you can cooperate with here. So that's what I see there. Let's look at Venus square Jupiter. Are you ready for this one? Look at the time, 44. It's a good day to find the best relationship. How do you like that? Today is a good day to shop for a person. Beware of too much optimism. Super big optimistic day, looking at the bright side of things with Jupiter squaring Venus. Let's see what that looks like. Jupiter squaring Venus. So it looks like the way we feel about love is kind of going to be changed into something else, sort of like that coal turning into diamonds, right? Like you're refining what you want. What does love really look like for you? I feel like this is really so the Lord of the Shadows and the King of Cups. So today is a good day to find the best relationship. So you have the Lord of the Shadows and the King of Cups. Transforming love. You could be reconciling
Clarify that Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords, Strength. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups here? So this is you trying to find your perfect person today. Got a lot of Scorpio energy. I feel like you're overthinking something here. Maybe a reconciliation, something like that. Right? Yeah, you feel like you missed out. Maybe you're trying to manifest them back. You could be dealing with an Emperor or an Aries, right? But I feel like you're trying to manifest someone back. I feel like you're in kind of negative energy here with this stuff, right? I kind of do. Like, I feel like Eight of Swords, overthinking, like, oh my God, feeling stuck, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Four of Pentacles, I'm hanging on, to somebody that's a little bit shady. But I see you kind of like keep manifesting, trying to have them back, whoever it is, right? Tell me what the Lord of the Shadows is here for. This is a death card. Why is that here? Wheel of Fortune, new cup of love. Okay, so things are turning. There is new love coming in. It says today's the day. Look at the battle wagon even. Do you guys have like a lover coming in that's an emperor with this energy? I mean, this energy, like, even if you're like in a relationship, there's something cool happening today in your relationship, Okay. So there's someone that you love. I think that they're coming back. I think they've been changed. I think they're changing their mind. The Wheel of Fortune is here, which is Uranus and Jupiter, I think. It's just like shocking big change coming out of nowhere, right? And we do have that squaring up with a lot of things, right? So I feel like there's something changing here and it's coming right at you very quickly with the Chariot card, right? So you could have love coming in. This could be somebody coming from the past, or it could be somebody coming in that's very solid, stable, grounded. And could very well honestly be hung up on somebody else. It looks like you kind of are. But there's someone coming in that's like coming on the Chariot. The Chariot is movement, forward movement with body, mind, soul. I mean, it's a spiritual card. You know what I mean? So I feel like you do have someone coming in, but I don't know how I feel like you're blocking them out. Remember what it said? Today is a good day to find the best relationship. And I think this relationship is coming toward you. Could be dealing with a Cancer. Could be dealing with Aries, Leo, any water sign, right? You have a King and Queen of Cups here. But I do see like there's a lot of guardedness here. Like, right? So you could have a choice in love as well. Because there's two queens here, So you might like not know which one to choose, right? You have two choices. Give me some advice for this. I'm a little lost toward this here. Tell me some advice for my people about this finding their best love today. It's just the energy is like pushing it. It's somebody you don't even see around yourself. Or it's somebody that you already waited for. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. This could be somebody who walked away from you, made you feel small. Or it could be saying like you're still, because remember that other reading where it was like there's someone coming but you don't see them? I feel kind of like the same energy here. You're almost rejecting this person before they even get here. And I think it's because you have your heart set on someone else. Dang. I want to know, clarify the devil. What is the devil card here? It's the truth. There's truth coming out or clarity. Two of Cups. See, it is the same person. Dang. I don't know. You could be dealing with a Libra. I feel like there's truth coming out here about a Two of Cups. It's telling me that something's being made fair here. Someone's leaving. Someone's dumping out the love, saying like, I've fucking waited long enough. So maybe you got someone new coming in once you like throw this out. Yeah, all your success comes when you say goodbye to this other person and start working on manifesting what you do want. What does 10 of Cups look like to you? You know what I mean? Like, I know today's the day. I mean, today is the day we're feeling all this energy, but I feel like, you know, there's 10 of Cups right here. Clarify the 10 of Cups. Tell me where we can find this 10 of Cups. Tell me where this, look what it's telling me. Oh my God. I was going to throw all these and reshuffle, but look at, it's telling me that you'll find the truth when you talk to your higher self because it knows everything and it's not going to lie to you, right? This is something that you've been hanging on to. There's something you're hanging on to. It's this. It's the 6 of Cups. It's this memory. It's this love that you just can't seem to let go of. Spirit says, get the fucking knife out, babe. It's time to cut this shit off. They never even tried to work with you. They didn't try to cooperate with you. They left you like this. You've been crying about this 6 of Cups for long enough. Let's change your energy. Let's change your energy. The Temperance card. This is exactly about like making the diamond, right? And they're going like, we're changing it right now with all these oppositions, all these squares, everything. We're squashing you. We're like putting the pressure on because you need to make the decision to walk the fuck away from this. You know what it is? It's someone who doesn't love you back. It's someone who probably just gives you tiny tidbits of love, right? Like, yeah, I love you. And then ghosts you, right? It's that kind of thing, right? And they just give you enough hope to keep you there. And Spirit is saying like, babe, you gotta let this go. So yeah, I feel like today's a good day to find the best relationship, right? But if you got this other one in your way, I'm not sure if you're gonna see this great person coming in. I'm gonna ask like, how will they know who this person is, right? Let's see what kind of person coming in is. It's not a past person, it's a new person. What's in your way is the past person. The rider. This is a new energy. This could be like a message that you get. Yeah, there's a message coming in. Tell me about this person coming in the chariot for my people. Ooh. I wonder if it is the past person. This person coming in that's been in a crossroads. Now they want to make a happy home. They want to talk to you. They want to be faithful to you. They've learned a lot. Damn it. Old person coming back. Old person is in the chariot. Is it the same person? I think it could be. Let's see what kind of a relationship we're dealing with. Because if it's let's just see. I feel like the more I'm reading this, I'm like, fuck, man. What are you guys dealing with here? Today's the perfect day. I feel like what they're saying is that this old person might be blocking like something better. You know what I mean? Like the old person is sort of like just so stuck in your energy. There's someone today coming in that's going to flirt with you. I feel like honestly, they could want more. Are you loving yourself? Spirit is saying like this person's coming, but they want somebody who loves themselves, and you know, oh my God, this is somebody from the past. Reconciliation. Well, I'll be goddamned. And at the same time, they're saying release your ex. At the bottom of the deck, maybe the person is releasing their ex. I don't know, but this is like crazy as crazy. All right, flirt, engagement, love yourself first, separation, reconciliation. There's someone coming back that wants to flirt with you. This is someone who did you dirty before. It is. And so, what are we clarifying here? Venus square Jupiter. It's a good day to find the best relationship. Well, why don't you just see who comes in this energy? Let me know, guys. If you have someone from the past or someone new, it looks all over the place, looks old, like somebody that you already know coming in. It's an emperor, I think, or it's you going toward them. I'm not sure, but this is the energy today. Like a lot of changes going on, transformations going on, the way we see things going on, right? So somebody might be revamping the way they feel, you know what I mean, under this energy. Maybe when they're, oh, I didn't even see this part. Venus square Jupiter, good day to find the best relationship, but beware of too much optimism. I missed that piece. So I don't know if somebody's coming towards you from the past, but be careful with it because I can see very clearly that this person didn't maybe treat you right. And I mean, I'm not saying people can't change, but just be careful. So the next one is another Venus one, 58, 58. And it's Venus opposing Saturn. This is a reality check in money and love. And restrictions could stop you. So now Venus is opposing Saturn. Let's see what that means. I'm going to change decks really quick. I don't know why. Just Venus oppose Saturn. So they're opposite in the sky. So I see some healing coming up here. I feel like you're talking to spirit here. This big energy of like meditation, right? I think trying to find I think you're trying to ask yourself like what is best for me? Like I know I got to choose what's best for me, what's best for my highest student growth, but like what is it? Which way should I go, spirit? You know? And you're tapping in to find out here. This is a reality check in money and love. So you're tapping in, trying to make the best choice for you. Let's get some more. What is the best choice? Tell me, what are you reframing in the Hanged Man? What are you thinking about? What's Spirit telling you? Tell me what's changing in the Hanged Man. What are you thinking about? What's higher self showing? Okay. There's something about a fight, a reconciliation, and an offer. Okay. This could be something that seems like it's taken a long time too. You know, like I feel like you're overthinking something. And I think this is about having a reconciliation, you know, or should I go a whole nother way? You know, what is my plan? I feel like that's what you're asking your higher self here. Like, I don't really know. Like where I should go, you know, like there's inner struggle, there's overthinking. and you're like, what is the soul plan? Like, your human is going like, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do, but I'd like to know so that I could do it, right? And the hermit is saying like you're hanging on to a fight. You're hanging on to a fight and feeling like everyone's attacking you. I feel like it's, there's a Queen of Pentacles here. So I don't know if you're fighting with a earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You got a lot of earth sign here, right? But that could be about pentacles and money too, and that's kind of what this opposition is about with Venus and Saturn. It could be money, it could be love, and I think that you're feeling some kind of way about it, like disgruntled, and maybe like you don't have enough money, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't know what to do." Yeah, well, I feel like let's ask about the Two of Wands. What is the best choice for these guys? Tell me what the Two of Wands. What's the choice for the Two of Wands, Spirit? Two of Wands. What is their best choice? Their best option? Okay, so you've got the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles. So it's again talking about meditating and tapping in, which is one more time. Like they're showing me that you're really talking to higher self. I feel like, holy cow, reality check. Okay. So I do feel like the reason you're having a hard time choosing is because, fear, really. There's what's happening here is it's telling me like there was a tower moment, Ten of Swords, something ended. Seven of Swords, it was pretty shady. You know what I mean? It almost appears like you did make a choice at one point and you thought it was going to be like, the end all be all Hierophant. Like, I'm going to get married to this person. We're going to work together. We're going to make lots of money. Thank you, Spirit. I love this person. You could be dealing with a Leo. And then all of a sudden, it just breaks down. It breaks down. And this person in you is somebody that you didn't know they were. Seven of Swords. They're selfish. They're a liar, right? They definitely stabbed you in the back and ran away. Whoever this is talking about. So you're getting a reality check here in your love situation and what way you want to go. And I feel like there's some of you who are realizing that there's people in your life who don't fucking have value for you. And what happens, like, if we allow that in our life, we start to not have value for ourselves, and that's scary. You know what I mean? It's scary to not feel your own power, your own worth. You know what I mean? And I don't know. This is the reality check. You're not going to be able to escape this thing today. Your higher self wants you to know something about something specific. Now, this could be something at work too. Like, like maybe your job comes crumbling down and it was a stab in the back kind of thing, right? I just want you to know that whenever I see the tower, that is usually divine intervention to keep you from something worse or to change your path or to, redirect your steps, right? And there you are. Bottom of the deck is the Six, which is what Spirit is like, changing your thoughts about this situation. So you're definitely having a reality check for sure. I do feel like it's some kind of specific argument, some kind of fight with somebody. It could be about work, it could be about love. But I do feel like, like this opposition with Venus and Saturn, I feel like I feel like there's a big change here. You know, let's see what it is. Tell me what's coming in. Like, we see what's going out, right? We're leaving behind some shit that just hurt us and doesn't really serve us at all. Tell me what's coming in behind it. The High Priestess, new gifts, tapping in, um, understanding your higher self, right? This is a pretty quick activity here. It happens very quickly, and I feel like there's very fast healing too, but also like maybe even what you desire, right? Because I feel like, you know, you've been kind of like tied up in this knots about this situation here. It looks like a love situation to me, but like I said, it could be about work, somebody just doing something shitty and walking away and maybe blaming you, and I don't know. I just feel like you missed an opportunity and you don't really know what to do about it. Here's what I want you to not do, because this is our advice, right? I feel like sometimes when we're dealing with heavy energy like this, what do we have the tendency to like grab onto old coping mechanism? This guy's drinking. So I don't know, but I would be aware of that. Just be aware of that card came out for a reason. I saw that in the reading for a reason, right? Don't stop yourself from this movement, right? Don't stop yourself from like this temperance, this energy switch. That's what's happening. Because I feel like you've been kind of like stuck in some kind of situation that wasn't fair, and you're about ready to be turned on to who you are. Do you see that big giant cat in water? I feel like your higher self is trying to show you the power that you hold inside of you. Like, you don't even know how magical you are. You don't even know what you can create. You know what I mean? You just don't really have any idea. And your higher self is saying, it's time. It's time for you to know about me. I'm going to show you some more stuff. Show me something that they're going to look. What's at the bottom? How to cut shit out that makes you feel sad and focus on the sun to transmute your energy. How to get a new car, but like align with your higher self and the direction that you can go together. The first place they're going to do is they're going to stop this fucking cycle here. This thing where you're feeling like you did something wrong. You didn't. I feel like the door is being closed, the chapter is being closed, and I feel like there's a new chapter opening up here for you. And it's like, it's this, right? So I feel like, you know, you got a lot coming, but there's a lot also that you're kind of like working through here. So that's what I see about the Venus opposing Saturn. So this looks like it could be tough. Kind of does. It's a reality check. You're going to have to really look at that person that hurt you. Is that love at all? Is it? Like somebody stabs you in the back, runs away, stops talking. Is that love? Is that your kind of love? Because it's not mine. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. I don't really like it. So the last one, the last little area that we're going to explore is Jupiter square Saturn. This is like a stop and go energy. The urge to expand and the necessity to contract, right? There's a potential to create a solid framework with difficulty around really big goals, right? So you can make the framework right now around a great big goal, right? So this is kind of like really great energy, but it's like, go for it, stop. Go for it, stop. Right? So let's see what they're talking about here, like with your this is Jupiter and Saturn, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Push and pull, squeeze and release, right? So we got a lot of like that. You know what this energy reminds me of? Like having a baby, like labor pains, right? You get the big pain and then it goes away and you just go like another 10 seconds and another one comes, but it contracts and then it releases. And before you know it, you have the most beautiful little baby. And you forget all about all of that pain that it took to get here, right? So that's kind of what this Saturn square Jupiter energy is like.
And if you've never had a baby, then I don't know what else it could be like. Stop, go, stop, go. Right. Okay, so Six of Cups could be talking about a memory. I feel like something's getting aligned about that, right? I feel like there's something here, like there's something that needs to be aligned inside yourself before you can cooperate with somebody or do something, right? So let's see. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. So there's kind of some kind of new beginning, maybe. That's the Ace of Fire, right? So it could be like a new idea or an idea you got when you were a kid, right? I feel like you're thinking to yourself, should I put any more energy into this or not, right? I feel like there's balance that needs to be happening here in this situation. You need to find balance in it. I just keep thinking about it. Tell me why. What's imbalanced? Okay, the Tower. You're scared. You got scared. And then the World card. You know, I don't know why it keeps talking about this, but like I kind of feel like there's some kind of idea that you have from when you were a child, and it's not serving you. In fact, it's making you like almost hold yourself back from this new idea. Now, it's telling me that out of nowhere, something's ending. The Tower and the World. Tell me what this is all about. The Tower and the World. The heartbreak. The overthinking. The being stuck. That's what's changing here. So you need to cut this loose. And I think, I think that's what's happening. Like it's going to be over. You're just cutting yourself free from it. It doesn't say how. The Tower. What is the Tower exactly? Can you tell me what that is going to look like for these guys or for us? It could be the Tower is the Star and the King of Wands. So there's an ending here to something that you want, something that you've always wanted. It could be like the ending of the way you feel about yourself. You know what I mean? Like out of nowhere. Remember, we have Uranus and stuff acting up. So it could be like just that, like sudden, or this is about Jupiter too. It could be Jupiter that's doing it. But I do feel like, just out of nowhere, you're letting it go. It's a heartbreak. It's something you overthink. It's something you really wanted. And it's over. This could be talking about a person, King of Wands, right? So Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Judgment card. Tell me about that. Okay. So the Judgment card is about being aligned, all chakras open and working, functioning well. And when that happens, we can't help it. We're just leading with love. It's what we do, right? And I feel like this is really transformative. It changes the way you think. It changes what you're doing. It changes your vibe so much. Like you start, this is definitely, this is the go energy, right? I feel like the stop energy is over here and then you got go over here. So the stop is where you're like mind fucking yourself. It's saying like, no, this is not working. And then the go energy is when you're lined up, leading with love. Everything changes, right? I feel like there's a lot going on between you and your higher self. Clarify the Five of Wands. Okay, this is about having choices. This is about it's about working very closely with your higher self to transmute energy and to build your own foundation. I feel like what your big
goal is here, like from what I can see, like your big lofty goal is alignment. I think you want to see justice in your life. I think that your other goal is to be able to transmute energy, and I think you're learning all of it. So you might, have to stop and think about this kind of thing, because this is what's going to slow you down, because it's big. It's almost like you suddenly are aware of something that needs to end. You're listening to your soul, that's why. And when it starts to lead you, that's where you get the go energy. This is a big transformation in your thoughts, in your actions, and in your relationship with everyone and everything, right? I feel like you're starting to like understand the bigger picture of life, what you really want. I feel like your big goal here is um, not only alignment, transformation, and justice and temperance, but I feel like you really want to feel stable. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't? Who doesn't want the fucking Four of Wands? Where you feel fine, you feel groovy, right? Everything's groovy. That's what I feel like is happening. Wow. This was kind of a fun reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've never done one like this before. There was just so many opposing energies today. I was like, man, what does that really look like? So I hope it helps you, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you have a really great day. Take some time to breathe today, you guys. We got a lot of crazy shit going on in our planets trying to squeeze us into a beautiful diamond. So I don't know. I guess relax and enjoy the ride. Love you guys.